Welcome back to Third Phase of Moon. Blake Cousins, along with Paula Asteria and my brother Brent, we're looking at the phenomenon right now captured in Ireland. Did you see it? Something unusual during a lightning storm. Once again, we're going to get some close-up looks. Just a matter of a few frames, we capture something that can't be explained. What the heck are we looking at? It almost looks biological. Yeah, Blake, this is pretty interesting stuff. We're looking at something that's kind of, well, in my opinion, it's unexplained. We're looking at something on the top left. As soon as that lightning flash just struck the sky, and then this humanoid appeared. It seems like it's cloaked. It's very strange. Could it maybe be some sort of chip in the lens? I might be ruling that out because we're looking at something that doesn't look like that. It looks like something suspended in the sky. You know, Brent, I actually talked to the eyewitness, a little bit of correspondence. She wants to remain anonymous, but this was captured on August 11th in Ireland, and I asked her if maybe there was something on the lens, and she says 100% without a doubt there was nothing there. And when she looked at the video later on is when she noticed this, but she says that there was no kind of dust or particle on the lens whatsoever.
Yeah, those were kind of my first thoughts, was maybe there's something on the lens. But when you look at it, it really seems to be some sort of biological creature almost. And it seems to have this transparent effect where parts of it seem transparent, but you can almost see some sort of body through the middle, some sort of like skeletal, like I can almost see like fins on the side with some sort of like skeletal objects going through the fence. So I don't know. Very interesting.
When I asked the woman who captured this what she thought it was, she was speculating that it could have been harnessing the power from the lightning. And that's pretty interesting. You see these power lines, some antennas over there, I think, down to the right. And we have speculated that there are reasons for UFO sightings with lightning storms. Now, you're looking at more phenomenon coming in. Behold it.
This to me definitely looks like some sort of ship. I mean, it like makes me think of something that Darth Vader or the Dark Side would own because of the red lights. It's pretty wicked looking. I'm wondering, it just kind of seems to be a still photo that's kind of zoomed into here. So I would like to see it move. But, I'm wondering if it's just kind of stationary, how long it was there. But it definitely has a really cool effect with the red lights coming out of the bottom of it. And it looks like some sort of disc-shaped object to me.
Yeah, here we go again. We're rolling the clip. It only lasts a couple seconds, but it kind of gives a lot of detail. You can see, again, like Apollo said, the lights on the left to right, and this definitely resembles some sort of disc shape hovering in the night sky, and it's capturing people's attention. I've been seeing this video kind of catch legs right now. Again, what could this be? Could it maybe be some sort of laser show, something projecting to the night sky, or is this something hovering, some sort of large craft that we're not familiar with? When you say large craft, if you're trying to guess on how large it is, I would have to say it's off in a distance. This thing is probably 50 to 100 feet in diameter, maybe even larger, but it's much larger than any kind of commercial drone. Some people say, why are we even saying drones when we're showing footage like this? Obviously, yeah, we're not looking at anything conventional. This is something very peculiar, and I'm so glad we could share it with you.
Yeah, whatever it is, it's definitely kind of shining through the mist here. So I'm not sure, maybe it's some sort of stationary item and, that's off in the distance. But, I mean, to me, it looks like it's hovering up in the sky. So, I don't know. But, Blake, I'm not sure about it being 100 feet. I would say, to me, it looks more about the size of a car, a little bigger. But I guess it depends on how close it is.
Yeah, true. It's hard to make out exactly with the shot that we're having, but there are certain reference points. But like you said, it is foggy, so it's hard to tell on how large this craft is. But we're getting a close-up still shot. I took a freeze frame of it, and I just want to point out the detail. You could almost
make out a shadow behind the lights. And if this is one craft, it's something that is definitely out of place. This is the phenomenon right here.
Yeah, we've received a lot of videos. They're all up for speculation, and this one is too at the same time. I would like to have a daytime shot of this. If we maybe see some sort of other high rise in the background, maybe we're looking at the top of a skyscraper illuminating the night sky. It looks static. If we could get the daytime shot and rule out that there was any other building or something in the background suspending this, then we're looking at something special right here. But right now, again, we don't know what this is. It's unidentified. It looks good. I like this video.
No, what if it is extraterrestrial in nature? That is the big question. Are we being observed by something not of this earth? And this is what we're looking at. That is something that we could consider very highly as well.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I think it's very possible that there are things from other planets coming here all the time, or maybe from under our oceans. Or, I don't think this looks like a government craft to me just because of the lights. You would think that like a spy plane or something from a foreign nation wouldn't be lit up quite like this. But I think to me, it looks like definitely some sort of disc-shaped object just because I see the lights under it. They seem to be lighting up the bottom part of a disc to me. And you just kind of can't see the top of it because it's not lit up. So that's what I see looking at that.
While we're looking at this, we've got a lot of videos for you tonight, so we're glad you're joining us in this live premiere. And make sure you hit that thumbs up and leave comments. It really helps the algorithm. Third Phase Moon's back. We're bringing back the videos, as you remember, on a consistent basis. So let's roll the next one right now. Take a look at this. Now we're cutting to a second angle from the same event. All right, we don't have much information with regards to the location, or when and where. We just received this earlier today, and we're going to try and find out where this was shot, because we're looking at something that could possibly be one of the greatest videos of what people might call the mothership. And whatever it is, it's up there. I'm not saying it is aliens, but maybe it is. Brandon, are these aliens that we're looking at here?
Damn, I wish they were. Maybe they are, maybe they're not. We just don't know. Again, we're always asking the big question. What is it? We're speculating here. We're looking at something pretty cool. We see it hovering above the mountainscape there, kind of in the hills, off at some distance. It's pretty far away. Could this be maybe, I don't know. I'm just going to throw it out there. Maybe some sort of ship along the ocean. I don't see an ocean, but we've seen this kind of phenomenon before where people mistakenly film something thinking that it's hovering. But again, we're looking at it. It looks something otherworldly. I can't quite say that this is some sort of craft. It's not ours. If it's flying, we don't know what this is.
Yeah, whatever it is, it's definitely very well lit up and very, far out behind this tree line here. So, I'm wondering, could it possibly be a ship, or could it be a mothership? I mean, it almost looks like one to me. So, definitely very interesting. It doesn't seem to be moving very fast. It seems to just kind of be hovering there. What are your thoughts, Blake?
I'm looking at it. I was thinking maybe it could be some kind of advertisement banner or it could be some kind of illuminated blimp. But again, it's moving very slowly in the sky. The video lasts for at least, I don't know, 20 to maybe 40 seconds. So you would think that if this were a blimp, it would be showing some kind of motion from right to left or left to right. I'm not seeing any of that. So it's actually quite lit up. You could almost make out that there's an object or huge object behind these lights. But if it is the ocean and maybe a lake with some ship on there, I don't see any horizon there. So I'm assuming that this is above a hilltop and we're seeing this large craft hovering above the hills and we're looking at a skyline. But guys, what's your opinions?
Yeah, again, I mentioned this on the last episode we did a couple days ago, that I wish we could see the whole video from, we got it at the moment of contact, right when the person sees this. But why don't they keep filming it? We need to see this thing like just shoot up straight into space or make a motion from left to right that's unimaginable. Right now we're just seeing something static, but again, we're looking at it. It looks like it's suspended. It doesn't look like any craft that's within our assets. We're looking at something, if it's hovering and it's illuminated like that without structure that's familiar, this is wild stuff.
Yeah, I would have to say that the structure definitely doesn't seem very familiar. Like you were saying, it definitely doesn't seem like a disc-shaped object. It kind of has a little bit of a point on one side. So I'm not really sure. I mean, maybe it's kind of not like a disc-shaped object, like a mothership, like we were originally thinking.
It's peculiar because when you look in the middle of it, it was almost seemingly like there's portholes and there's some kind of viewing ports from this craft. Is it an observable? Is it something not of this earth? Is it something from our oceans? We don't have the answers, but again, if you think you have the answer for sure, leave your comments, or if you want to speculate, leave your comments. It really is a public thing worldwide. We need to discuss this, and it creates dialogue and awareness. Now, this is something crazy coming out of China. Did you guys see this? What are we looking at here? I count 7 suns. What planet are we on, Brent?
It's not Tatooine, that's for sure. That's a binary system, 2 stars. We're looking at 6 stars, sun that's projecting itself through the clouds. 7, we're counting 7, excuse me. This is something amazing. When I first saw this, I thought maybe it could have been a prism effect within the lens itself, kind of creating this within the camera, creating the prism of 7 suns. But then we hear people were actually on the ground that saw this with their naked eye. So apparently this is some sort of phenomenon that rarely happens on planet Earth, and I've never seen it in all our years of looking at phenomenon like this. This is something really unique, and it's a one-of-a-kind video. I really like this one.
What I think is really incredible about this is just the fact that it was seen in China. I know this made major headlines in China, and what I think is important with the connection with China is that throughout time, people in China always observed what happened in the sky, and they would make a lot of sort of prophecies about what they were observing in the sky. So I'm sure this is something that just has people going off in China right now. But so it's really amazing to me. Also the fact that I haven't ever heard of this happening before, not with this many suns. But I'm wondering how exactly it happened. I guess apparently it's a prism effect that happened. So maybe it's something about the way that the sun was shining through the fog or something that day that just hit just the right, correct way. So it's really amazing.
Looking at this, I was thinking, like you said, a prism, maybe a special effect, but actually Mother Nature could be very bizarre. And so is the UFO phenomenon. We like weather phenomenon, so we wanted to share that with you. Now, let's get back to more UFOs. Take a look at this. Strange orb action. It seems that there's an orb there releasing other orbs. It's very peculiar, this video. You got to look at it very closely and look at the detail. Tell me what you see.
Yeah, you see two hovering orbs in the night sky. At one point, they seem to be almost communicating with each other because the lights flash and they're in sequence with each other. And we don't see any kind of drone lights like the red or blue or green. We're seeing just this white flash, and it has this kind of a horizontal reflection coming off the light as it pulsates. And again, both lights pulsate at the same time. There, check that out.
Yeah, exactly. We're looking at this once again in the sequence. Did you just see that? It merged with the craft and spit it out and then merged back up with the craft in pretty much a split second. Watch very closely here. It's interesting. It's an orb there, one single orb, and then it spits something out and at a fast rate of speed. That's kind of interesting. When you're, like I said, you got to look at this stuff very closely and you see unusual attributes, and we're seeing it right now. Once again, accompanying orbs merging in and out with the orb in the middle there, just blinking in and out.
You know what really captures my attention with this is the refractions of light, or the light that's kind of coming out of this. I'm not sure if you guys noticed, but there seems to be different shades of colors, very faint with it. Like I see light purple, light green, light blue, and it's kind of flashing these different colors, and that makes me think maybe this isn't, some sort of craft. Maybe it's actually a plasmoid, like I bring up a lot here. Maybe it's a ball of light or ball of energy, ball of plasma, and a piece of it kind of separates and comes back together, almost like cell division. That's kind of what I'm seeing right now. But it is a blinking light, so I'm not sure, but I think the color is very interesting.
Yeah, what I like about it, you see it right there. There again, is this communication? They're pulsating of light, kind of talking to each other again, and it's popping in and out, which is the most amazing part of this video. I didn't quite see it right in the beginning, but as soon as Blake pointed it out, I've been taking a closer look at this, and it does definitely seem to be kind of like projecting orbs straight out of the main source of light that we're looking at here.
Yeah, a plasmic phenomenon, no doubt about it. We're looking at something that's quite amazing, and it happens 24/7 around the world. So if you've seen anything in the sky, make sure you upload that YouTube video, copy paste that link, and send it to my email. It's in the description below. Everybody keep safe. Blake Cousins. We'll see you next time.
Over and out.
We'll check you all out later.